Some time has passed since the incident in the fortress of Mirapod.
Now for a little rest after breakfast.
Yep.
Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today? Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave
okay.
the Fortress of Mirapede!
I thought we already
We
left.
gotta go complete the release procedure.
I thought we left already. Like after we did the... I don't know if I'm mixing up the story quest for Uvalite. Or... And the Archon quest, but I remember like us actually getting out of this prison already. I guess that's not true. Is this the one for this? Which freaking area is this? Okay, it's below. It's like one level below me. I could have just like fucking glided down. Hello.
Please sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Mirapede via the regular channels.
Okay.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up.
What is that? Why is it shaking?
What's happening?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, thanks. But
I'm wondering as
I
well.
wonder what that tremor was just now.
Let's go ask the Duke.
Yep. Let's go back to real Slay, I guess. Yeah, I was... Might have things mixed up. So I thought we already got out. I remember like Uvalite like freezing the water coming out under this place.
Your Grace?
I don't know.
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wished?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Yeah.
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for
that is
distinguishing
cool.
between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
How can you be so
the
sure?
fortress is okay?
Yeah.
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates.
Huh, you've got a point. Oh, by the way, do you know what day it is today?
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Don't know the exact date.
Seriously?
Actually, today's the day we say goodbye to the fortress. Yeah.
Yes. Have you completed your release papers?
Yep. It's you two.
Yeah.
Leaving now? That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon said that, it
Don't get
doesn't feel
too
like we were
comfortable though,
confined here.
Paimon.
It's actually been pretty nice.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now. Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss.
I don't like how you can
If
visit
you've
though,
signed the
without
release
actually.
papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
Yeah, I don't know how we can like visit this prison again unless we like do some crimes.
You're not
I don't think we
going
can just
to
like
see us off?
get back here.
I knew you'd ask.
As a free person.
All right, sure. Let's go.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too?
No need to bother actually.
Don't worry, we'll come back to see you.
Yeah.
Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time.
Yeah. That was what I gotta say as well.
Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Mirapede is finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey. We should probably go report to him now.
Yeah.
Next up, the Palais Mermonia. You're going to see Monsieur Neuvillette? Please pass on our kind regards.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
You're
Right.
I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope...
Okay. Just checking my thingy here. Alright. Yeah, let's just go straight back. Back here. We thought that we already got out last time. Because we visited Furina. I thought we were already out there. We already got out of prison when we visited Furina. Like the last Archon chapter. Where is Uvalite?
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Yep.
Halt!
Sorry about that. Just fixing the OBS.
Apologies. Monsieur Neuvillette did say you'd be welcome at...
Excuse me, would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves.
Okay. Cool.
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
Probably the earthquake. What's going on, Uvalite?
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there
going
are
on?
some urgent matters I must tend to. In the meantime, please have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the...
That's alright. We just...
Very well.
Yeah.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
Okay.
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the fortress of Meripede, and it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
Uh-huh.
That's right, and we came here to see you right away.
A
Massive
massive
whale.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in...
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
Yeah, I don't think he will dissolve. It's not from
Most people wouldn't be
Fontaine.
capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes?
Okay.
What is it?
Yeah, about the earthquake earlier. What was all that about?
I felt it too. We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter.
Oh,
In fact, that's
So
exactly
was-
what I was busy with a moment ago.
I already knew that's
The
most
source
likely
of
you
the tremor
guys
was here on the
are
surface near
breaking
Poisson.
on.
After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
The water levels rose? Oh no! What about all the people?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time, and have already returned. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Poisson.
Nadia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her.
I would also
Yeah.
like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal
Really
areas
just
to
reminds
avoid
me of
potential
like global
catastrophes.
warming and all that.
I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I finish things here.
Okay,
No
sounds
time
like a
to
plan.
lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful.
Okay, I'll be careful. Poisson. 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 We're also gonna be like uploading this on YouTube. For those YouTube folks out there, hope you guys are enjoying this.
What happened here?
Gonna be like uploading this uncut. Oh my god.
Nadia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still... Paimon means we need to check on her.
Don't assume the worst, Paimon. You're assuming the worst as well. Okay. Just glide down, I guess. I guess. Hopefully you guys haven't dissolved yet.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting scary.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone on the...
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my OBS.
I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own? My Desiree!
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
The hell?
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand if it makes you feel better.
Okay. Kind of sad to see those victims. Where's this? Like, okay. It's like this thing is like on this boat or ship. It's actually not.
Navia, she's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
He seems fine. Yeah. He looks worried though.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Demoiselle, there was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then.
Oh.
Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right, you'll be in charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
The situation
Yeah.
in Poisson?
Ah, right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded in the waterways. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere. The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water
Hold on, guys.
didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared. They
Hold
were
on, guys.
all dissolved.
I'm gonna pause the game here. I'm really just pissed off at OBS first. It's like stuttering a lot. I'm not sure what's going on.
Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights.
That's really bad.
The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as
So
possible,
freaking
but
lag.
there have been
Whatever.
a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water began to recede after some time, and the chaos came to an end. The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible.
Right.
No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the head count, but we'll have some numbers soon.
Yeah.
How awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
You know, you can like put us to work.
Thank you
Just
for
like,
being so willing to help in
yeah,
a
we're
moment
already
of crisis
here.
like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I really can't express how grateful I am.
We're missing some people, aren't we? Oh yeah.
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle, we've got a situation here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to go for now.
Okay.
And out she goes. Seems it might.
Navia walks around talking with many people, organizing various
Okay,
matters.
The wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance. Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Sure.
Huh? Right now?
Are you gonna like dig out his freaking grave, like his body?
Thank you.
Hopefully not. I'm pretty sure not. Probably just like wanting to visit his father's grave, just to like get some sort of like guidance. You know. Wait, I'm really not sure why OBS just not working well for me. What the fuck? Like it's... And I'm not seeing like dropped frames on my end. And on like check like task manager, it's not like maxing out like my GPU either. I'm not sure why it's like lagging.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole
Yeah.
situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd
We're
be a
much
ton of
more
people
worried
here
about,
visiting
like,
graves.
Saving
Right.
themselves.
That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
Yeah, you don't need to push yourself so hard. Don't cry.
Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just...
Probably getting too much for her. Everything that's
Malus and
going on.
Silver,
Yeah.
They...
What happened to those
should
two?
I do, Papa?
Huh?
Yeah.
What happened to them?
No, whatever. I'm just gonna say
Everyone
Navia.
agreed on the rescue plan, but still... They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time, and
They
they were
turned
caught
it
in the
to-
seawater.
Like water.
What should we do?
I've known them for so long, and I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father, and I know where he rests.
I still really wonder why
As for Malus and Silver,
like
they're just
Fontanians like turn into water
gone.
when they come
just
big,
can't-
like when they come in contact with seawater. That's just weird. I mean, like
Everything
I don't know
looked
like
so
how
clean after it
like,
rained.
that is actually happening.
Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be it.
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends
So,
up here
guess
sooner
for
or
you
later,
two,
no matter who you are.
you don't.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, aren't you?
Like for you
I'd
two, I
never
guess that's
make
not
it
the
yet.
case. Kind of sad.
But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside
It's not gonna
Master
happen
Callus,
anymore.
Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
Shh.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, can I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two some... I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise.
I'm pretty sure they are, but they
sorry
understand
for letting
why
you see me in a mess like this.
breaking the
I
promise.
don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help.
That is true.
Bruce and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Yep, we are here for you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this.
Shh.
It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny.
Let's just skip this
So
dialogue.
everyone else is safe. But still,
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But the overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
What do you mean? Like, what sacrifice?
right.
Oh yeah, cause
Don't
like
think
this
that
dude
way,
saved
Navia.
a lot of
One
people.
person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that
Yeah,
isn't something we
person's
should ever
words
consider
not.
a trade. Malus
That's something
and
you can like
Silver were
compute.
not the price for saving
Yeah.
anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
For you?
The knave?
Oh, the knave.
What are
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation
Pretty
work
weird
so
to like
quickly.
see
Mutual aid is essential to
Um,
fostering positive developments. We were
see
already in
Fadoey,
the
like a
area in many ways, so
Fadoey agent.
That said, I
Or
must say
Harbinger.
that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you
Like helping
understand
out,
what I mean.
all that.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with.
Yeah.
My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case.
Okay, before we continue, I have some like theory on what's going on. Because Fatui, although I don't know regarding with this certain person, but I'm wondering if like they're the one who's behind the earthquake and all that. They're like acting as like trying to help out, to like try to like depose like Furina and Nuvolite by like trying to make it look like the Fontanian government are like incompetent. I don't know. That's what I am thinking right now.
As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person.
Yeah.
And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves.
Yeah.
I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
So, you're one who will try to change fate then?
That's like Battery's goal, right?
Of course.
Change fate and all that.
I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention.
Cool.
By
Okay.
the way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance.
Okay.
You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
I'm still not trusting you, you know? I still haven't met like a Fat who was actually like just a nice person overall. I don't know. He might be the one who actually breaks that trend. Was that like I think a Fatoui's goal is just changing the fate itself. Like no matter what the cost is. Cause like it's like for example like what's it called this? Forgot her name already. Charitza. Like her main goal is to like defy Celestia. So it's like defying fate itself, you know. So I guess it doesn't mean like doing a bad thing always to defy fate. Cause like for this example, for like the fate here that is supposed to happen for Fontanian people is like the whole primordial sea thing, like bursting out from underneath Fontaine and all that. So like she might be trying to do something. Like the way to prevent that is like by helping out actually like the people. Like that's another way of doing it, and you know, like preventing that fate means saving people, which is actually a good thing. So like, I don't think it's like Fatoi's goal is like always ends up being a bad thing. It's just like changing fate and all that. And if changing fate means actually doing a good thing, then I guess that still aligns with, you know, Fatoi's goal. So yeah. Anyways, so the time for jolly cooperation has come, huh?
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you.
Okay.
During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times and seem to be worth investigating in many ways.
Okay.
Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious.
That's true.
My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck. And at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is... Which is why I want to give you this task.
Can you trust an outsider like me, though?
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family. But Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as... I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes me
yeah.
kind of happy.
Makes me happy
The
too.
intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family,
But if
it's
this
only
is a
natural
trap,
that I freely share
you know,
it with you.
you can like
So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right?
trap us
We
in
can handle that.
this ruins
Excuse me,
while
but
you
May I tag along?
guys like doing your
You wish
bad
to
things.
join, Miss Nadia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring
So
some
you're like
ruins?
trying to help out
You
people
need to
earlier,
rest.
and now
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands.
that's true.
As my
Yeah.
father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Navi is strong, but she needs company right now. We can be that company if she goes to explore the ruin with us.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections.
Yeah,
What do
we'll
you
go
say?
to
All
the
right.
ruins
The
together.
ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here.
Okay, the three of us will handle it.
What's the closest waypoint here? I guess this one. Because we have to also like, consider the height, the area, altitude, I guess. Alright. We will be going there. I guess this Lumidosi bell. Kinda weird that's not locking now. My OBS stream. It's kind of performing a bit better. Me. Ooh, do. New area, brother. Nothing. A single area. Not sure actually. Yeah, is it underneath this? Where do I need to go? Probably underneath. Underneath.
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
They
How do you
seem
even
to
know
be
it's
pretty
ready?
ancient, all right.
This looks like a regular freaking building
Just
to me.
be careful.
I thought you're gonna be like coming with us. Gonna like be, yeah. I knew it. Gonna be the main. Gonna stick with my main exploration team. That hopefully will be changed up a bit soon. Once I get Furina. How do I get to that place? Do I just like go through here? This water? Probably water. This water. Are there any like items, by the way? That I'll be like needing to get while I'm here. Hello. I haven't fought enemies on Archon quest in a while.
As one with wind and cloud.
I remember like the first, like actual enemies. Like I'm not talking about like NPC enemies. It's like regular overworld enemies. Also, let me just double check. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing any like chests, I guess. Is there anything here? Oh, we're looking weird. Okay, this is actually nothing. Good though that I didn't like die. Okay, let's just go freaking here, I guess. How do we get down? Holy moly! Hello! You both are gonna fucking die. Okay, be careful not to fall down though. Okay, I'm getting stuck. I was so close to falling down there. Okay. Anything around here? Before we go further, I guess. Okay. I'm being careful there on that ledge. Did you just freaking do a flip, Nilu? Alright.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Yeah, you should go back.
You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here.
Shh.
Don't get by my wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
But we fell down, though. There seems to be no way back for you either, you know? So, are you just gonna stay here?
That complicates things.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So, I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
Okay.
Alright. Come with us for now, then.
So I'm wondering then that I probably cannot like fall down on this. So if I fall down...
Oh no, it's a dead end!
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna fucking die. If I fall down on this. Probably just gonna like put me back. Oh, that was what Nilo was doing. Started getting ready to dive. I was like in the mid animation of diving. Do I have to climb this? This looks like something, yeah. Like how games will normally like make it obvious how to get somewhere. Like the path forward, but like just putting like some things like that. Also, just get these while I'm here. All right, let's go forward. Open door. What's this? Reminds me a lot of this place. Kinda reminds me a lot of Economia. What's with the weird angle? Oops. Okay. Fucking hell. Because though it's not like giving me like, it's when you normally like in this domains when you die, when you fall down. I mean, it like takes some of your health basically.
There's something wrong with this bridge. Run for it.
Sorry, cut you off there. No! Oh my god! Holy shit, she's gonna fucking turn into... What the fuck, bro? Navia is dead! Holy shit! Oh, she survived. I think.
Demoiselle.
Oh.
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Malus.
Holy shit.
Oh.
So it's like a mirror version of the world?
Was I sleeping?
Yes.
Did they turn water?
So.
Did they even like turn water, or did it just like teleported somewhere? Like a different
That's
dimension.
Quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I? This is a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
I guess these are like the people. Sorry, I guess these are like the people who like died the real world.
Realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor Obina was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
Alright, I'm eating right now. It's giving me like Samsara vibes during the Summer Archon quest.
We do still have some empty flower pots at home, right?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Very well.
Wait. Something seems to be off here. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me.
Wonder if we're gonna be playing as Navia here.
Husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it. And why are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
We must mind the time, demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial? Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Hold on, guys. I am wondering, just like the Numa Oasia thingy, the whole like yin and yang thingy going on here on Fontaine. I'm wondering now if we're gonna see like a different version of Furina here, like a more capable, competent version of him or her. I mean. Anyways, let's continue.
Yes, she's right, demoiselle. It's just about time now, so we should get going.
Oh? All right then.
Look, it's Navia. She's here.
And her 2 attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something. I even know some of these people. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case? And as for the judge... huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
Please sit in the
It's gonna be Furina. It's gonna be the judge.
Accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today is an exception.
Hey, what kind of place do they think
What's
this is?
so special today, though?
Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Why is this like an
Seriously.
exception?
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? In that case, allow me to explain. As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rosula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rosula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right.
Holy shit!
And that is why you stand accused.
Like
you
the
have helped so many people
justice
get
here's like a
through
twisted
so many
version.
difficulties. You are one with us. We are inseparable. We are one big family, all of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us forever.
Huh? What are you saying? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
Okay, I'm just gonna comment for a second. I think what's going on is like, if you're like proven guilty in here, so yeah, you're gonna have to like stay in this dimension basically. I think that's what's going on. And if not, you're gonna be like thrown back to the real world.
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro. Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone.
You guys,
Water
twisted
accepts
freaking.
all, blends with all.
Sorry, you guys have like a
It will
twisted
surely
freaking
accept her kindness.
Everything
is measured
view of
here
justice.
in the nation of Hydro, and in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice. Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous.
Oh, so she didn't really like fully die yet.
Has a chance to exist as an individual.
Like purgatory.
Have you forgotten
Purgatory.
how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle. And that is how we will enforce justice.
My head... It hurts.
Remember Navia? What actually happened? Try to remember it.
Silver, it hurts.
Oh, sorry.
My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning.
Because these people are already dead.
Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver.
Yeah.
I don't want to admit it, but
Go say it.
they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all.
Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Just gonna say, justice doesn't mean, like, whatever the majority thinks. Justice is a singular truth that doesn't depend on what views the majority has. Yeah, just gonna say that.
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia
Okay.
belongs to us.
I need to
After
like
all that happened,
turn.
she should not be
Yeah.
left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses.
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia, she...
Silence.
There you go, Nuvolite.
That's... Monsieur Neuvillette!
This is
Such commotion is prohibited in the court.
okay.
The
I
accusations
thought this
you
like
presented
voice
are
is
nonsense
kind of weird.
and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last.
At least you're
goodbye.
able to actually say goodbye to them.
Malus... Silver...
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, demoiselle.
Cool.
Navia?
How the hell did
You're awake.
Nuvolite though?
Good.
Oh. So you called for help?
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
Yeah.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
No, I think Nuvolite actually helped out.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I...
What?
Hmm?
Yeah.
What is it?
I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment.
Yeah,
perhaps
that
even a
was
fraction
like
of a second,
Malus and
but
the
they
other
gave
guy.
me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
I thought we already knew that those people just turn like into Oceanids when they get dissolved. So I guess it's not yet apparent.
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after death.
Yeah. You're not dead though.
Please come with me.
Show you something, traveler. Something really important.
Are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
Like a socially awkward person.
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Okay.
Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
I suppose so.
Yeah, by the way, we forgot to mention that Siegewine sends her
Siegewine.
regard.
I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
No
No.
way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Siegewine would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
Here we go again. With this whole Nuvolite and this, like, trying to understand the world of humanity. Kind of weird, because, like, I feel like my theory has already been, like, put down to rest, I guess. Based on like the things that I saw on Reddit, like the titles of like for those people like already experienced or played the Archon quest. But it's kind of like giving me this vibe that I might be actually correct with my theory regarding, yeah, like I said, Nuvalite and all that, and Furina pretending to be like stupid and all that.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi, even though Seedream made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meripede.
Right.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then.
Yeah, you're like the expert here, Paimon. You're like the one who talks a lot. Not me.
So, Neverlet, you're probably
fucking question is that? The fucking water dragon. Hydro dragon.
Yeah.
This isn't going anywhere. Let's try something else. How did you find these ruins? Did the knave tell you?
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Kind of weird, though, that she also sent you here. I'm still, like, thinking that this might be all a trap, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
Yeah. I hope Navi can get back on her feet. Yeah. Can I get some more Primo gems?
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now.
Good.
I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right, another one joins the party.
Just listening on the flavor dialogue, I guess. I normally don't listen to them when I'm playing on my own, but I guess not for today. Hello. You're gonna die. Let me do these. I don't need to actually use Raiden's freaking. I was gonna use Raiden's ult there. Is there any like chest in here? No. Okay. I guess we're still inside the domain. I thought this was like gonna be like an actual new area.
Oh no, another unstable path. Watch your
Come on, let's go quickly. Let's go, move quickly through this. How do I? Okay, there's like a. Okay, this game is like turning really like. like. What the fuck, bro? Are you serious? Do I have to like. How do you even fly? Okay. Like wondering there for a second. How will I be able to get back up? Alright. I need to rest. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna fall down. This platform here. I just want to rest down. Rest for a bit. Okay. Just jump over that, I guess. It's like Uncharted, with all those like things falling randomly, falling rocks. Now something that I have to look out for, huh? Well, you guys are easy anyway, so it's not gonna be a big trouble for me to look out for those. Well, I'm dealing with you guys. All right, another set of stairs, huh? We need to go quickly. Okay, Nilu, be quicker, I guess. Okay, don't get freaking stuck though. More stairs, huh? Why are all these stairs like just like crumbling randomly, so yeah, more treasure for me. Is there anything in here? Like any secrets? It'd be funny if there was. I mean, okay, fuck off. I mean to fall down there. So anything in here? I don't think there's anything in here, but I just wanna like take a look. Okay, didn't mean to fall down again. You know what? This gets like go straight in here. I don't wanna waste anybody's time here. Hello. Should I like switch? You know, well, I can't anymore. Guys aren't that hard, you know. God, this like team that I have, you know. You always thought this is actually gonna be like strong on overworld. Normally, like this is just like not like an optimized team. Snebolo is not on her best kit, you know. Then I guess like Nilo is the only one that's like doesn't fit well on this team, but I guess, you know, still works well. No chest. Ah, okay. You're right. If I press A button here, will I like actually like escape from this water thing? Just like fly down. Switch back to like my character. I mean, what are these things, by the way? Is it just like random design thing? Door of Resurrection activated. Wonder why this is called like meeting is also parting. Ah, well, I guess because like Navia met Malus and the other guy.
Looks like we've reached the end.
Yeah.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the
How
vicinity.
do you even know that?
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
There seems to be something on the wall. We should like the camera was actually like panning to it while you were while I had that option.
It seems like they were put here as an offering. Could we take them down and have a look?
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates.
So I guess fossil time?
The first empty spot is missing.
And the surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
Water
There's
damage.
something written below.
Recent exases.
Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past.
So has this happened before then? Is it like what's this talk? What it is talking about?
These words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine
Like
should be
past.
destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it. Take the second slate, for example.
Can't see the second
There's
slate.
a
Oh, there we
person
go.
kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same.
That's Celestia, right?
She's facing this. What is this?
That's where it came
Some
from,
kinda
Paimon.
island in
I'm
the
just kidding.
sky?
And is that Lady Furina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her? Paimon doesn't quite get it. Are they all in the water?
The fourth image. I know this
Holy
one.
shit.
This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
Hold on, guys.
The people will
Is it
all
like-
be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
Hold on, guys. I'm not. But is it like that? The image on the battle pass, like the one that plays during the battle pass. I'm not sure. It might be just
More
misremembering
information should
things.
be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it. most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your duties.
Yeah.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at this. This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come true.
History of the future. Kind of
I really
weird
hope
phrase
it
there.
doesn't mean that.
Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
Huh.
I actually don't know. Wasn't paying
right.
attention.
If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
I guess the second image is also concerning. So who's the other, like, lady? Like the leader of this people? So is Fossilor's not the real? Or, I mean, the original? Did she, like, I don't know. This is like a theory, like, I am thinking right now. Is this person on this image, this woman, is she like the original Hydro Archon? I don't know. Let's just see.
If we go by timing, Lady Furina only emerges in the third image.
Yeah.
That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a
praying
posture?
for her
Also,
people?
I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy? Does that mean that someone, or some people, once saw these slates?
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
Probably the old, I don't know, people from Fontaine.
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Furina.
There you go, you
In
finally
that
have
case,
to talk to
there's
her.
no time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head back first.
Sure.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Honestly, who created these slates doesn't matter now. The real question is whether things will truly play out as the prophecy foretells or not. I guess that matters more right now than anything else. But it is weird. I don't know, again, I don't know if the battle pass, I don't know how I can see that again though. Is there any way to see that again? I'm just gonna check it out later on my own. You guys can like check it out on your own as well. I think it's not though. I'm just probably misremembering things. It's been a while since I last saw. Probably like a really long time ago.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be
I
there
guess
for
now
yourself.
we just leave Navia now. We have to now actually like work with Uvalite the next few missions under this Archon quest.
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
I'll depart as
No
well.
problem.
Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone.
I guess we'll have to wait like
Traveler,
after a
we'll
day
go
or
talk
something.
to Furina
Yeah.
tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
Talk to her about this directly. Will that be
Probably she's gonna like act like she doesn't know anything.
getting a little scared now that it's come to this.
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present situation.
All You're probably the best person to talk to her anyway.
I will be carefully considering my words tonight.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you, as ever. So please don't think you're an imposition.
Okay.
All right. I'll be on my way then.
Cool. Alright, so we depart to Fleuve Cendre, I guess. That was pronounced.
We're finally back!
And that
Welcome
echo.
back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Yay! And there's good food too! Navi, no, the boss is the best!
Don't know why you have to like switch titles there.
Nice! These are all Paimon's! Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
It's really good that I actually ate already. Is this Mona? Fucking hell. Why are you here?
That voice. Is that who I think it is?
How the fuck did you end up in here?
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
No, what are you doing in Fontaine? We're travelers, but you... Yeah, I guess. Did the stars not tell you that we might meet here?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're
Yeah, I'm
not
just
Fontanian,
wondering, like,
are you,
if Mona is, like what, which nation she actually came from. I always thought that she came from, like, Mondstadt.
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city.
Where
I
is
was just out
Mona
for a
from?
stroll when I bumped into you, quite unexpectedly.
Be
if I might
secretive
add.
with her.
Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much
Yeah,
like
okay.
a Mondstadter surname?
You just confirmed that she's from Mondstadt.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name. There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
It isn't?
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it
Great.
generally just
So
means
great Mona. Mona the Great.
Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I reckon so.
Is genealogy even a thing in this world?
Like this as well, if I were to take one.
Okay, what is your master's name, by the way?
Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Holy shit, that's hard to pronounce or remember.
Does it also mean great?
Try great?
My name
Triple
means
great?
Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great scholar of the stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
Thrice as great? That's so petty.
I know, right?
Oh, I really
just how
love
she
Timeless
is.
reaction there.
She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed
Well, I guess she
her
didn't
name
want to
to
actually, like,
Trismegistus.
feel like you're better than her. You don't want to have any equal.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
Or triple appetite Paimon.
But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dorman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting
Why are you
too
here
close to any
even?
water
Like,
that
what's
looks
your
strange or the
purpose
same.
in this
There's
Archon quest?
something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
Are you like the person that we talked to about like the whole prophecy? I guess, yeah. Yeah.
That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel
Kinda
and
makes sense
speak
now.
about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't
It's
think
just that I
anyone
really didn't
expected
expect
Fontaine
Mona
be
to
in
actually
this much
show up
trouble.
on this Archon quest.
What
Kind of
do you
weird as well
think
that
of
she's the one
prophecy,
we're
Mona?
actually leveling
Just tell
up.
us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of Ultivat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call
A
me an astrologist.
visionary? Someone was like vision?
But on the flip side,
Okay.
the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
It's me!
The old
Just kidding.
hag could do it, and I bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar.
Oh, could you like help me get in touch with your master?
Are you sure?
Why?
All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Okay.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you. Of all the people we know, you know the star's the best.
Indeed, indeed. That's...
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need, do
Sure.
not hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosula.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
Well,
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks.
he's like just staring at us. Can really tell how much like Mihoyo loves the characters from Mondstadt, you know? They just keep showing up all over the place. Especially their Archon, man. Yeah, well, we are making a ruckus. Ruckus.
But we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Our Fontanian friends will thank us someday.
Decide to get a good night's sleep to replenish your energy.
Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get out, Traveler. We agreed to go see Neuvillette, so let's pack it up and get going.
Oh, glad that I didn't need to actually like use the clock on main menu to, you know, like time travel to morning, I guess. So weird that I am like just about to finish leveling up Mona. Like she's the one I've been working on for the past few days, or even like past 2 weeks. It's weird to see her actually show up the Archon quest.
You're here, finally.
What's going on? Sound like something is wrong. Yeah.
Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Furina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute. Please go see for yourself.
Is this where Furina will like?
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
Even Yuka is like questioning Furina now.
You mean they're all...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know.
I don't know if
Yesterday,
Furina
I
even
found
actually
3
knows
stone
anything.
slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything
It's
about
like she
those?
lost her memory.
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
It's getting really interesting right now.
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky.
You guys are like
confessing something.
not.
Do you know nothing of this either?
Like, is it possible that you don't know what this floating island is? It's definitely Celestia.
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
Is it like the same thing in Sumeru? What do you call it? No, it can't be. The a forbidden knowledge thingy. Just gonna say, but it can't be because that's whole thing is about the previous Archon in that area on Sumeru. Ruka Devata and all that. Like the knowledge about her is the thing. That's the like the forbidden knowledge. So I guess it's not this
All
one.
gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing?
But you're the
I
Archon.
understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool.
He has split
And yet,
personality.
Your behavior is very inconsistent.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
My God.
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead.
Okay, Furina is now acting weird. She normally like plays like a child, but my God, it's like complete like change of personality here.
Just trust in me. You're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
She's so weird. She like seems like like a terrible
By the door?
Archon, but
Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. Huh. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
She's smiling? What do you mean? So I guess she seems to be deliberately hiding something, if that is the case. She was smiling.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Yeah, we were listening.
You noticed. Seems Furina didn't even realize we were here.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
I'm afraid that's just a little might not suffice. We might have to actually present evidence. Okay.
Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude.
So are you gonna
I
like
fear that she will not
put her
reveal
on
anything
trial?
unless absolutely forced to. We may have to create a situation in which she
Yeah.
will have no choice but to
So
speak.
that's like the whole thing about the trial on the trailer.
Oh? Like what?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when
Yeah.
standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
But Furina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can. If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this.
I wonder if, like, how it is with Zhongli and, well, I guess not. I guess not like with. I forgot like what actually happened with Barbados or Venti, but I'm wondering if she is working with. She already like made a deal with Saritsa or Fatui, and that's the reason why she's like hiding all of this, because like in exchange for like Fatui actually helping out in saving Fontaine, she must not tell not tell anything about like the whole slates and all that, I guess.
But who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
Spina de Rosa. Yeah. Oh. I guess it's not them.
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Ooh, we're weird there for a second
Poisson was
time.
just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Okay, I am wondering if the Navy's gonna be here.
Lend
Okay,
me your ears,
oh.
everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Wait a minute.
Me? No, I don't think I can.
Then, how about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Alright.
You might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the traveler,
to the
has
chase.
brought us together to discuss something. As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh, how intriguing.
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand. And used on the
Chlorand.
spot. So, let's invite her to explain in detail. A round of applause, please.
Woo! No, no one is clapping.
Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I don't think that actually counts as like what you normally would consider as hunting. It's like hunting is like using weapons, like spears or a gun, to hunt like a fucking animal.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played
Rachose.
host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters.
Rachose.
Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today,
Yes, King Remus.
Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do say so myself.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach. That's the kind of method I would count on.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
You're always playing
With
the freaking assistant,
I'm
Lynette.
sure.
Lynette.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
Yeah, you were not a freaking human. You're not a freaking human.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such tricks. But I do have one more question for you, monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be
This
captured
weird
and
talk
safely
about like
contained.
hunting and all that. I know we're dealing with trying to like get Furina on trial.
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
So are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate.
How is it
But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
I don't know how that exactly like fits with what we actually need to do here. It's or has the relation between you and Furina reached such a dire stage. What you need is simply the secrets she is keeping. Attempting to take her secrets is an act of sacrilegious disrespect, but must be done to prevent Fontaine from sinking into the waters as foretold in the prophecy. There is neither hunter nor prey, but there must be a trap. That is what you will need. How do we get her on trial though? It's something that I'm wondering. I'm just like checking whether I have like enough Remo gems to pull for her, which I shouldn't really be doing while I'm doing this, by the way. Sorry guys. I'm wondering how we can even get her to be put on trial in the first place. Like you have to like make her commit a crime or something for us to be even be able to like put her on trial. Where is Mona?
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
So we're gonna probably Mona's gonna appear here.
Meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh?
Yeah.
I thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised.
Do you feel more confident for the meetings, Paimon?
It's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great. After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you?
What is wrong?
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
No, I didn't.
Then what's that? Paimon's never seen that cup before.
Okay, I'm wondering if this is like the master that that Mona was talking about.
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Who's that voice? But there's no one here.
Aw, have you forgotten me already?
Wait, you are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
You go Alice?
The voice from the sky.
No, probably not. You're probably like, yeah.
That description is
So you said it
wrong.
earlier.
Though not completely wrong. You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine after all.
Sound like Mona.
Consider me a passerby.
Yeah.
Just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
There's the point, huh? Fontaine's prophecy come true?
Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
There it is again. Fate.
So you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and
I'm
important.
not sure what she's talking about as well.
It also sounds kind of scary.
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant,
but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part. This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice.
Is it clearly leaving for us? Unexpected news leads to complicated things. When you wake up, someone seems to be outside.
I want to hear someone talk. Alright,
Are you getting more diligent, Paimon?
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter.
Have you been this past few
Just
days?
fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontanians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes! It was Charlotte. You remember her, right?
Yeah.
Daredevil journalist. I'm in full support of her view. Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
Oh, you are a freaking astrologist. Coming from you, that is kind of weird.
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Actually, someone really came over. Yeah. Sounded like you a lot.
Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
Yeah, I believe she came to pass a message to us.
Said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
Well, not in this world, actually. That is not entirely true in this world. You know, they're not like omniscient, I guess. This is the right term for that?
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary.
Kind of weird. I
As
feel like
for
this.
the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost.
Like, how powerful are these people, this Hexen Circle members? Like, Alice, like, the mother of, forgot what her name is. Klee, yeah. She's part of this, I think. This whole, Hexen Circle. I'm wondering, like, how powerful they are, because, like, the Dodoko Islands, I think she created that. Alice did, and the fact that she was also able to like block out the signal that was coming from like an Archon. Because like Barbados, like during that event, like Barbados was like trying to reach us, or Venti, I mean, and she's like cutting out and all that. And like she's trying to reach us. She's trying to reach us like through a phone or something, like a telepathic kind of thing, like a phone equivalent in this world. And I was just like able to block out like the signal. Like, I'm wondering how powerful these people are.
But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd
It's like
be
the
well,
Sisters of
suffice it
Fate,
to say
I would
that
say.
the hag's at least a few hundred
In
now, and
like,
N's
I think
been
it's
around
like
for
Greek
longer than
mythology. Wondering if they're like that.
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Well, one of them
Their
is
abilities
invisible
alone
already.
are pretty terrifying.
Invisible already.
If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
I didn't
Yes,
understand
was quite
anything
cryptic,
either.
but
Yeah.
I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so... Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
True, her words were meant as a helpful hint, but when will we realize her value and meaning? Was that the best answer that my question could have gotten?
Traveler, Paimon, are you two all right?
Just wondering here.
We're fine. We're just a little down right now.
It kind of feels like that is coming.
You know?
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful.
I'm wondering here, this is like a philosophy question, I guess. What if like fate itself dictates that fate can be changed? So is that like still part of fate, or is that like changing fate itself?
Perhaps that's what En was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going.
Don't worry about it, Mona. And yeah, thank you.
It was worth
Thank you a
trying
lot.
to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did.
Yeah, we've been always helping
I
people.
suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said, but also kind of sad too. Hey, Traveler, Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Alright. Are just like places? Like what the... What's this? I haven't seen this. Okay, this is just like a freaking money. Just like freaking money. Where's this? It's like below me? Oh, that's above. Okay. I guess, yeah, that makes sense because he said walk around like the city. I guess that makes sense. What if this whole place is not real? Like the whole samsara, but just taken. This quest really reminds me a lot of like the first part of the Archon quest on Sumeru. I'm wondering if this might be like a more expanded version of that, instead of just like being stuck on a loop. What if this place is actually not real? What if like Mihoyo decides to like take it up a notch, and actually do that? So if like, what if like the prophecy already happened and this is just like the whole place, just like a freaking creation of Furina or something?
Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper. What's going on?
Maybe we're famous?
See, the underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy, but that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Huh. Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report? A blinded friend
White fairy.
white fairy, legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this mysterious traveler once... So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain
guys haven't
surprises
even-
in spades.
Come on, Charles, you haven't even asked me whether... You haven't even asked me for permission whether I want to actually tell the story.
Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, the Traveler's Trail, World Walker. Huh. Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her. She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead? Ugh, seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
I'm glad you, Paimon's actually, you're actually happy, like having your picture taken without your permission. I wouldn't. I'll not be happy with that. No matter if like that will like put me on a headline or something. Doesn't matter if that put me in the newspaper. I'll still be pissed off. Let me just take this. I don't really use those. This Radiant Super Spin Crystal, because they're like you can use them on or at what do you call this? Serenity Pot. Forgot the name there for a second. Because they contain like they're like music that you could play inside.
Should we go in and get something to eat?
Serenity Pot. Time is it? Okay.
Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition only 16 slices a day cake!
Reminds me of the freaking episode. Spy X Family. Just like the recent episode regarding the. I don't know if anyone's watching that or was watching. For those like who's watching like Spy X Family, they probably like know what I'm talking about. The limited edition freaking apple pie thingy. I think. Wherein like if like one of the like if a student actually like eats it, they will gain some sort of like an ability to just do well on their exams. It's funny, like I'm just gonna freaking tell any more about that for those who haven't watched that episode yet. Just this thing just reminded me of that.
It was so delicious the last time we tried it. Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go. I'm sure it'll be great.
Can let get anyone ahead of us.
Cake, please.
Well,
someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
I shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe...
Come on, Paimon, don't be like that. You're just scaring people.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow,
yeah, why does it matter?
Keep me
like
from having some today. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
You're so too focused on future, Paimon.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go?
Man, you just took all the freaking.
Okay. Said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Oh, you know Seetween?
She's my sister.
I sure do.
Oh.
She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So
what accent is this,
try
by the way?
here. I've got something else to do, so
It's
I'll
like a
go
made-up
now.
accent.
You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
Cute. The sound there that she made when she was like waving at us.
And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. Paimon's sure this cake will be delicious.
Oh my god, Paimon just cut out there for a second. She just like complete her sentence there.
It's more delicious than last time, and the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow.
I wouldn't even know like tomorrow won't
Sure
come.
would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here.
But I'm pretty sure since this game is built around like being able to go back to cities and all that, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna disappear. Paimon, don't worry. God, my game is like lagging on OBS, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on with OBS.
Forget about me. This is
Whatever. Just leave this area.
Oh, we're near the Steambird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat. Man, it's just like lagging a lot. OBS.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Yeah, I
You got
did.
some nerve. You just used us to make some quick mora.
Yeah, can we negotiate the
I heard
profits
that you were in Poisson some time back,
split?
so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
There's a way to win Paimon's heart.
You're almost a little too easy
yeah.
to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
When Mona mentioned you, we thought of coming to see you at work.
I see. It seems you've already bumped into Mona here in Fontaine. So
Yeah.
Did she mention me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Daredevil of a journalist.
In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Hopefully we get something extra though. Like more Mora and more food.
And ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
You seriously want to interview me?
Yeah. Are we even qualified
I don't think you need to be qualified to be interviewed.
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to
Paimon was gonna be all sad here again. Just gonna say like, what if tomorrow it doesn't happen?
Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when
Okay.
you have the time then?
I was just gonna say that.
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Whew, so much to get done now.
You're now gonna comment.
Paimon's still got a question for you.
Oh, okay.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over
Yeah.
such an end.
Especially that you don't know like when it will actually happen. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Better just like live normally instead of like trying to prepare for it. What if it never happens? Just waste your time fucking preparing for it.
So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist, but anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
Cool.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda
Yeah, because
envies her.
you Pimer, you're like caught up
Let's go and take a look
too
at this
much on like what's gonna happen in the future. You don't even know if it's actually gonna happen, you know?
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking.
This game became so much of like a visual novel. You're just like selecting dialogues, and you're just like going through dialogues as well. And like whatever you chose for the dialogue, for your response, for like the questions that they throw in, doesn't even matter. 'Cause it just leads to the same path, you know. Kind of weird, like how the Archon quest turned out to be. Became like way more focused now on like story and all that compared to like the first Archon quest in this game. Because the first one was like, yeah, it still had like a lot of story and all that, but there was like still a lot of gameplay as well, like having to fight the Valen and all that. That was cool. I mean, I still like this. It's like, I mean, the story is still cool, but at the same time, I feel like kind of distracts away from like the gaming perspective of this game. Because this is a game in the first place, you know. But I guess, you know, you don't want to like be same with your content all the time, you know. Because like you have the whole other things besides the Archon quest where you can like fight and all that. You can do that outside of Archon quest, and I guess you can just focus like the story on the Archon quest instead. I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense with what I'm saying, but whatever.
Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow. Where would
Well, you Paimon, I'm not sure what's gonna happen with you, but for me, I'm just gonna like actually like probably leave this place. You know, I'm probably just gonna get thrown off to another world because I'm not from this place in the first place.
No, Paimon should ask if you could choose. What would you like?
I could choose, huh? It's just like Charlotte said. Sadly, trying to consider what to do is pointless.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
It also like reminds me like this game is kind of nearing its end, to be honest. You know, we're already like, let me just remember like how many nations. We still have Natlan, I think that's how it's pronounced, Natlan to go to after this, and then Shneznaya, and then probably like Celestia or Conria. So this like we're already halfway over after this Archon quest. Kind of weird to think about that we're almost about done with this game in terms of story. So I guess it makes sense to like talk about this now. For MiHoYo to bring this up now, like about our like journey and next destination.
You mean still traveling?
Yeah, just cherishing every single moment.
Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Between the two of you, as time slips by, as night falls, you return to your accommodations and end this busy day. Next few days are just as calm. Charlotte, Navia finished her business in Busan. Even drops by to take a photo with the two of you. All goes well.
Grow mold if you stay here long enough.
It's like too humid or something.
But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
It's under sea water, I guess.
Ah,
So the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillat sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the fortress of Meropide.
So are you under the impression that we might be wanted criminals?
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Okay, let's hear
Yes,
it.
inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Furina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her, loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis.
Okay, I'm really wondering, man. I hope I'm fucking right that the reason why Furina is not doing anything because she really wants Nuvolite to be the one who actually does something about the whole prophecy. And she probably like has plans to actually stop it if in any case Nuvolite doesn't do anything about it. I'm pretty sure I'm not right though. And again, I'm wondering if like the Fatui is like behind all of this, of making the prophecy come true and making people like lose faith towards their god, I guess.
And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued
Kinda
to
sad
grow,
about
and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
Kinda sad that
So people
they're
have
doing
started
that.
to put the blame on Furina. Guess they
Yeah.
finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what
That
happens
is true.
after that? Is Furina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and
Childish
left
as
in a hurry.
always.
The
Sort of like
Maréchaussée
actually
Phantom
trying to
had their
deal with
hands
it.
full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Furina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her.
Where's she
We
gone?
don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
But that's the thing. I always thought like the power of the gods here in Tevat relies on like the beliefs of like the people that the god is, they're under the god basically. Sorry. Can't understand the situation.
Monsieur Nervillat sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry, this is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping...
Is that so? Well, alright then.
Really
In
hope
that
like
case, you
turns
two
out like
take care.
Furina's just like
I'll be heading back
fucking
to the Palais now.
not really stupid, just like just pretending. I don't know. This is just a much more, for me personally, like this is just like my opinion. It's just much more better storytelling than just her being an idiot. She's a god, you know. Kind of doesn't make sense for her to know nothing at all, unless again, unless her like memories like have been taken away or something, and or she might, her personality might have been split into two. Why are you looking like that? Looking at that
Sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson.
Paimon.
If we know Furina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll
What
look
if
for a
Lickney?
place to
What about
wait out the
Lickney?
heat. And as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of... When Nervillat was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Furina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense
So
of guilt
she's
that
here?
Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up too. Cool, huh?
Well, looks like those detective novels of that then had an effect on you.
In that case, there's not a moment to lose.
They were already in Poisson. Isn't this Poisson? Oh yeah, no. This is like the underground. This place. She really gonna be here?
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Furina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Did this place really change? I can't really remember because I haven't really been here that much. I guess we're just flying down. What am I doing? Why am I following the actual path? There. Oh, she's really here. Okay. Hello, Furina. I haven't really talked that much.
That's Furina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Shh. Stay quiet for now, Paimon. You're too loud.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless. What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Give up, Furina. There's no point in holding out.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, but what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over? Who's that?
Don't worry, Furina. It's just
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects, come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Furina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it. Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were, disturbing my enjoyment of the arts? They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marish Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too. Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Furina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they?
I don't think that's the case here.
I can't let them get their way.
Oh, she's actually running. Okay.
Furina just ran off.
Come on, follow her.
Quick, we have to catch up with
Yeah. What if she falls down? On the seawater. Primordial seawater. Does she turn into water as well? I'm kind of weird running here.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Furina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
No, that just breaks my theory. Seems like she's really like... I guess like
Paimon's exhausted.
the whole premise of this is just like... yeah. Furina's just like acting tough and all that, but underneath, you know... He's also worried about the whole prophecy and all that.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
So freaking loud.
You were right. Yep, that's a good girl.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Novelette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already...
As Furina finally reached her limit, now that she's talking about her actual feelings, she's starting to look far less stiff.
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
I still haven't given up, right?
Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
That will also mean that all hope will disappear.
Indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late. Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all. Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being
Sitting
honest
with her,
just
we don't
now.
really know whether she's actually telling the truth or something. Running out of time, we can just go back to square one like this. You might not have to shoulder this burden alone. Yeah, your people are more unwilling to share your burden with you.
Share. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
Yeah, you can still choose to, like... Oh, come on, this is the whole witness thingy, it, like, the one, that Charlie spoke about, how we're kind of like a testament for whatever happens in this world. Tevat. I don't know what exactly that means when he said that. Yeah.
Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a
going on?